recording.
Super. All right. So, welcome to a very interesting training around AI. As mentioned before, and also you saw the email invitation with more details. AI is everywhere. And also this year, we from OpenText, we put a high focus on this topic. I had the luck to meet Hubertus in summer, and I thought this is a great opportunity for us to set foundations and set up a training, 2 half days. Today we start, the other is on Wednesday, and that everybody will use the technology perhaps a little bit more because it's a key topic. You will hear also from Hubertus. Everybody's aware of that. So Hubertus asked me to say some words about data protection and security, because you all know the internal OpenText rules. So today we will hear a lot of ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and so on. So it is not allowed to share customer or internal information with these platforms. But today you will learn how we can use the tools in order to get public information. And on Wednesday, there is also, Hubertus told me it's quite ambitious because this will be also always, all the time, with some exercises for you to get more familiar with the tools. And that we also, Hubertus knows our 6-step sales process, that we jump on Wednesday into the process to also discuss use cases or will learn specific prompts for use cases. Yeah, that we are more successful in the future. Yeah. If you have any question, I think Hubertus, they can send or raise their hands. Um, um, yeah, otherwise, I would say have a lot of fun today and on Wednesday. I'm also here in this training the whole day. I skipped the exercises because I already did. Um, but on Wednesday, I will be in Berlin again, so I'm not able to join. But I'm sure that everyone will also have a lot of fun on Wednesday. Hubertus, anything what I have to add or?
No, I think this was more or less complete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super. Then we do that what we always do. We deactivate the camera, or I don't know how you want
No,
to.
you can please let the camera on if it's okay for you, but mute yourself. This would be nice. I will explain some organizational rules. Yeah, just when I
All
start.
right, super. Then the stage is yours, Hubertus.
So thanks a lot, Werner, for this nice introduction. A warm welcome from my side. My name is Hubertus Porschen, and we will share this morning together and the day after tomorrow, the morning too. We have two really cool sessions. The first session is a little bit basic, but have a lot of exercises. To be clear, I have 6 exercises for you today. You will do these exercises in breakout sessions and sometimes alone. I will explain before. So, first of all, just to get a little bit familiar and a little bit warm, please write in the chat, where are you right now? Yeah, in which city, in which country are you sitting, that I get a little impression of the people who am I talking to. And during your writing this, oh, Paris, wonderful, yes, Sweden, a lot of people from the northern countries. I'm sitting in Cologne, Germany, the nicest city in Germany, we say, in Cologne. And perhaps some organizational rules. Um, you all mute yourself. This is nice. Please type in your real name. That Yes, because sometimes there's just G of B or G code level or whatever. This is not the real name. It would be nice if you type in the real name. You will, of course, receive the presentation and the recording. I have a link that you can download the presentation after the first session. After the second session, you get the presentation too. Okay. So,
Roberto, there are still three people in the other chat, James, Rafa, and Xavier.
yes.
I also pinged her and sent them the right link, but they not react so far. Also all three, James, Rafa, and Xavier, you're in the wrong chat. Please use my link I sent to you.
Yes, maybe they're grabbing a coffee or something because at the moment no one is in the waiting room. Alexandra, you are the co-host. If you see someone in the waiting room, you can let them in. Or if I have some problems with whatever, my computer, Alex, you are the
Yes.
co-host too. Okay,
Okay, I will.
good. So let's directly start. Ah, there is someone coming. Okay, so let's directly start. This is me, Hubertus Porschen, and just some words about me. Um, I'm an entrepreneur. I found several companies in the last 20 years. My age is 43. And since 2015, I'm working as a coach for negotiation. The most of you know the Schreiner Institute. I'm working for the Schreiner Institute too. And my second job is that I'm working with AI. And before 2022, I worked on digital marketing strategies for companies. And since the launch of ChatGPT, I'm focused totally on AI, on generative AI. We will talk about this today. I'm focused on ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all these models. And I did a lot of keynotes, a lot of lectures, a lot of workshops, and even some projects to integrate or implement AI into companies. So that's just a few words about me. This is the QR code. I will share this at the end that you can download the presentation. I just want to start with the objectives of this workshop and just to sort it a little bit, that you have an overview what we are doing. The first workshop today is about prompting. I will give you a little introduction about the global context, the opportunities and the risks, even for sales and businesses. I will introduce some mechanics about ChatGPT, but most of the mechanics are the same for Gemini or Copilot or whatever you use. Yeah, so you can use the tools you want. Just try the best. Sometimes you have some limitations. For example, if you use Copilot, it's not the same quality like ChatGPT, but then you have to work with these limitations. It's like that. I will introduce you some frameworks for prompting. One framework is called CUTS, the other one is Rocket. I will do some practical exercises with you, and you will learn a lot about different tools, yeah, and the difference between the tools. This is the first workshop. The second workshop at Wednesday is very specialized on the application along your sales funnel. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 6 phases or 7 phases, but it doesn't matter. I picked up 3 phases, and we will do some very specialized exercise. It's a little bit ambitious in my point of view, but you will see. I think it will be a lot of fun, and the goal is the way to come there. Yeah. So we talk about AI-supported account research, stakeholder profiling. I show you some examples, and you have to develop yourself a little bit. We will create a simulation meeting GPT. You will know, you will recognize what it means. And we will do some follow-ups. I show you how to create Hey Gen videos, and we will do a lot of exercises. And you will have a little bit like a personal action plan if you want to learn. And I would highly recommend you to learn about this. Just some notes. The slides are geared towards ChatGPT. However, all exercises can also be done with Gemini or Copilot or whatever tool you need or use. When using another tool, simply use what is possible, what you have available, and perhaps write down what the restrictions are. And this will be the particularly relevant in the second workshop. I will also create GPT. However, I also prepared a solution I will prepare with you. Okay. So to dive a little bit more inside, what will we learn? Yeah, knowledge. At least after this first workshop, you will name and understand minimum 5 different AI tools and explain their purpose. You will be familiar with minimum 2 prompting frameworks. Maybe I show you a third one, and you will understand the differences between the large language models and the different use cases. So skills, you will have the skill for prompting after this first workshop and do specific tasks. You will have a practical use of voice features and image generation. This is not my focus in image generation, could be in an own workshop, but I will show you some examples. And you will be able to build your own prompt templates for recurring tasks. I think this is very, very important. From the mindset, the mindset is very important for me. We will have a spirit of experimentation instead of perfection. Yeah, it's not crucial that you have the perfect prompt or the perfect task, but it's more important that you are experimental and that you try out things. Yeah. The second one is also important. Understand that AI is an assistant at the stage now that we have for AI. It's the best assistant in the world, in my point of view. And I will show you examples of this. It's not a replacement for humans at the moment. Yeah. And the third one is accepting continuous learning as a necessity. It's crucial in my point of view that we don't stop after these 2 workshops. It's just something like an impulse, yeah, to understand this. Okay, so the first practice for you is I will put you into some breakout sessions and I will put you into groups of 5 people. You have 10 minutes to share your thoughts, and the topic is speed dating with AI tools. So please present in the group of 5 people your favorite AI tool. What are you using? What are the use cases? And share your thoughts. Maybe you have some concrete use cases you want to tell to your group. And after 10 minutes, we come back and I will pick some groups, not all groups, because we are too big here in this group, and to ask them to share their thoughts about this. Any questions for that? No, really simple task for you, and I will put you into breakout sessions. It will be 4 or 5 people. We have 13 breakout sessions. We are now 63 people here. So have a lot of fun for the first 10 minutes. We come back after 10 minutes at 9:25.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's still some participants who are not in the breakout session. Please go into the breakout session if possible. This would be nice. Thank you. Hello. You have any questions? You're still muted.
I'm just by myself
Oh,
in this room.
so,
I
so, so,
was waiting
so
patiently.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry for that. I will put you into another room, yeah?
thank you.
Sorry for
Yes.
that, because some
Yeah.
participants didn't join the breakout session.
Yeah. Good.
So welcome back for the first group. We have 40 seconds left for the rest to come back.
Mhm.
Peter Edwards, where are you from?
I'm from England.
Yes, it's a typical English
Yes.
name for me. Yeah, the Peter Edwards is, and Kerry is the same. I know some guys from Ipswich,
Uh-huh.
and there is a couple, and the name is of the woman is Kerry, and the man is called Peter. Yeah. Yeah.
Ip- Ipswich is quite a long way away from where I live, but a lovely, lovely town. Been there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, lovely. Yeah, more or
Hi,
less.
Peter. Hi,
Hubertus,
Peter.
just a quick comeback or feedback. Would it be possible to enable screen sharing when we are in the different groups?
Yes, of course. I did this right now. So at
Okay.
the next exercise, you will have screen sharing. If not, please come back. If you have any questions, you can come back and leave the breakout session, come back to the room. Then I'm waiting. Sometimes I'm hopping into the groups and just listening or asking some questions. But or you can write me a message or something. If it doesn't work, so I will look. So, room number 10 was Folky, Nasser, Noam, Tony, Elisabetta. Would you like to share your thoughts and give us an impression where you stand?
Yeah, I think that Tony Murphy, who speaks a perfect English, can answer to your question. Anyway, okay, I
No,
can. I don't know where my colleagues are. In my experience, I can say that in my
yeah.
experience, I found ChatGPT very useful to investigate and to understand, to search about the most recent organizational chart at my most important customers. Just let's say before having a meeting with them to understand the personas, the empowerment, I mean, the real role, because sometimes, there are some turnover, some changes in the organization of our customers. And it was very important to understand the most important chief ex officer of my, as I said, big organizations in customers. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I don't know I actually I don't see my colleagues of the breakout session. I
Yeah.
don't know.
And Elizabeth, I'm here. I'm here,
Okay,
absolutely
fine.
here. Yeah, yeah. Now, and we
Good.
had two other kind of, well, what I thought was interesting kind of use cases apart from just using Chat GPT for research purposes. Enrico seems to have built a little bit of an avatar and uses that for kind of some of his messaging. That he obviously sends out to some of his prospects and customers. And Falk, who is on our team as well, also used I think it was ChatGPT or Copilot to generate some kind of lovely pictures, which he uses for some of his account reviews.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyone else who want to share his thoughts? What about Bas van Vliet? You're sitting in Netherlands, or where are you from?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about your group?
I think we had a good example from our colleague Nicholas, if I put it correctly. You there or?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned about I used to we were discussing many things, but my example and Carey as well, I think, was like using ChatGPT to create whiteboards to making pictures to our presentations for the customers. So it's a great tool to make illustrations through ChatGPT to create stuff for your presentations, though. Explaining complex ideas like workflows, sales strategies, or system diagrams and so on. So yeah.
Are there any other tools some of you use for picture generation? Like, for example, Midjourney. Anyone heard of the tool Midjourney, for example?
No.
No.
So to create really photorealistic images, my recommendation would be take a look at Midjourney if you want to play with it. It's the by far the best tool. It's a little bit more complicated. It's not so easy, but it's not so difficult. Just one recommendation for that. And I have another tool tip for you. Maybe I show it to you after the break.
Sorry, Hubertus, it's more for photorealistic images, or we can use it for PPT as well. Do you think
it depends on your goal, yeah, what you want to reach. If you want to do a really good photo, which looks like a realistic photo, like a real photo, then Midjourney is the best. It's like I said, it's a little bit more complicated from prompting skills you need, but for easy images, ChatGPT I think is enough. Yeah.
Okay.
And there is also from a good tool from Google, which is called Nano Banana. Any one of you used it?
No.
Okay,
Straight no.
Because some of you are working with Gemini, and Nano Banana is a part of the Google Suite. So try this out. It's very easy. It's very cool. For example, I just give you an example. If you upload a photo of yourself and then say, show me in a firefighter uniform, you will see yourself as a firefighter, yeah, or as a doctor. So yeah, really funny, and in my point of view, a little bit better than ChatGPT and much more easier than ChatGPT. Nano Banana. If you want, I can show after the break. We will do a break at 11 for 10-15 minutes, and then we go and dive into the second
Bertus,
session.
excuse me. Would you please write the name of those tools in the chat just to remind us?
Yes,
of
future. Course. Midjourney, I wrote it down here. Okay. Then really
Nano Banana, you tell.
Nano Banana is easy to remind. I wrote it down.
And Grok Pro Max is
yes, Grok. I have this. I show you an example of Grok. Okay. So thank you. I go back into my presentation. I hope you see my screen. If not, please tell me. I just want to start with a little impulse, like 30 or 35 minutes. I will tell you a little bit about the big picture of AI. Yeah, and I want to start with the global perspective. And there you see this guy everyone knows. On the left side, Donald Trump. On the right side, this is Sam Altman. Sam Altman is the founder of OpenAI and actually the CEO. In the middle, there was Larry Ellison. He's the CEO from Oracle. I think 2 months ago, he was just for 10 minutes the richest man on the world because the share price of Oracle went up. And Donald Trump understands the importance of AI very well. Yes. So at the beginning of the year, the other slides will be in English. There are just some screenshots which are in German. So at the beginning of the year, Donald Trump announces the Project Stargate. And the Project Stargate means that the government of the US is investing $500 billion in AI. And if you ask what is the investment for, it's in 2 areas. The one area is defense and the other one is health. And all the investment is in data centers. Yeah, so this is an incredible high sum. Yeah, $500 billion is a lot of money. And Donald Trump understands that data could be the new oil. Yeah, for him. So drill, baby, drill is his motto, not only for oil, also for data. But not only the government is investing in data centers, even the big companies, the big tech companies like Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, and Meta are investing a lot of money. The number you see here is $315 billion. it's additional to the first sum I showed you. And the number here is not really correct because it's at the moment it's about $500 billion, which are these 4 companies investing in building data centers only in this year. And just to show you how big this number is, because I cannot imagine what 500 billion means. It's the same like the budget in the German government. Yeah, the federal budget for 2025 is in Germany is $480 billion. So these companies are investing more or less the same sum just in this year in building data centers. Yeah, so incredible high sum. Here you see the pictures, $500 billion. It's always getting up. Yeah, this number. And there's also a downside. The topic of power consumption. We see here that AI-powered Google search costs 45 times as much electricity as a normal Google search. This means that energy is the issue for operating these data centers. It seems to be, in my point of view, a temporary problem. Yeah, because you can see in this chart, this is the chart of the inference costs, so-called, and they are falling. Here you can see how long it took for the costs of so-called basic technologies. I will talk about this later. In my point of view, AI is a basic technology. I will tell you what it means to me. To drop with electricity, for example, it took a very, very long time. With AI inference, it is significantly less. And yeah, China has also entered the AI ways. There is we can take a look at the humanoid robots here. Unity. If anyone heard of this company, in my point of view, it's the biggest or the best company in building robots at the world at the moment. This is the second from the right, Unity called. And the market for robots is highly rising. Yeah, it's incredible. I just want to show you a little video that you have a feeling, yeah, or impression of what is going on there. Yeah, so I hope it's working here. Just a question: do you hear the sound? Yes. Okay. So I just let it. It's just 1.5 minutes. Look at this video, and you get a feeling of what is happening there.
There is no sound.
No sound, in fact.
Ah, no sound. Okay, then
No.
just a second. So now
Now,
Yes.
it's working?
yes.
Yes.
So I think this is enough to understand. I will tell you some few words about this. these robots you saw, these are the so-called wolves, yeah, and they are mainly used for defense purpose, yeah. So if you just type it in at YouTube, you will see some other videos which are, for me, not a little bit, which are really scary when you see what is possible with these things, yeah. Yeah, and but fact is, these robots, they will be with us in future. Yeah, here we see the boxing match of the AI tigers. Yeah, it's a screenshot from a German newspaper, and it's for yes, this boxing match of these AI tigers. And recently, a bank board member said in a lecture, if one thing is certain, is it's that we will definitely not be watching machines play sports in the near future. And then I had prepared this slide, yeah, at the next. So I had to switch to skip this. I had to skip this slide, and this was on an AI fair in China, yeah. And you can see people watching, and apparently finding it exciting to watch these robots boxing each other. Of course, for me personal, it's a little bit strange, yeah. But on the other hand, when I imagine a robot driving around my house soon, emptying the dishwasher, doing the laundry, then I would say, you are welcome, yeah, to my house. Come here and do it. I'm really sure the future will bring things like that to us. Yeah, whereas AI used the most, we see the countries which use generative AI most are China and India. The percentage in Europe is a little bit under 50%, so we are lagging a little bit away, and China and India are far ahead. Yeah, let's take a look at Europe. In Europe, there is one guy who is forcing the whole topic in Europe. His name is Macron. His initiatives at the European level have largely failed so far, and we can take a look at Germany. And I created this picture with someone mentioned the tool. I created this picture with Grok. Yeah, Grok is the AI or one of the AIs of Elon Musk. Yeah, it's a company from Elon Musk. And Grok is characterized by the fact that copyrights and personality rights are not so relevant for him. So the other point is that you can use Grok very well for research social networks on X, formerly Twitter. This is my recommendation to use Grok for this two things. So if you want to create pictures or images of Donald Trump or of the German Chancellor or whatever, it's very difficult, you see, with ChatGPT because of the personal rights. If you want to do this, try out Grok. Normally, it works much better with that. Okay, and this just to show you, this was the state of art of image generation in 2023. Yeah, in December 2023, and that's not even 2 years ago. Yeah, today we all make pictures that are so realistic as this picture that I showed you before, and no one of you can tell me the difference if it's a real picture or an AI generated picture. Okay, so what are you doing to ride the next wave? And I show you, will give you a little impulses, and even from my private life. My favorite example is bedtime stories for my children. I have a daughter who is 4, and I have a son who is 6. And you see, my daughter likes princesses, and my son likes dinosaurs. So the use case for me in personal life is when I come home, I have to read a bedtime story for my children, and I have to read for my daughter one and for my son one. So I used ChatGPT to generate the stories where both was taking parts. On the one side, there were princesses. On the other side, there were dinosaurs. And after I did this, my children always wanted to hear bedtime stories from the so-called machine. Yeah, the machine is my mobile phone. After 1 week, my wife came to me and she said, it's not a good idea, yeah, to do bedtime stories like this because we have real books. And I said, okay, what's the problem? Yeah, and she said that the problem is that your stories, they have no values, they have no soul, yeah. And I said, okay, you got a point. So I created the GPT. Yeah, question to all of you. Please write in the chat. who of you has already created a GPT in ChatGPT or a Gem in Gemini? Yeah, these are small assistants, and we will learn to do this. I will show it to you. But my question now is, who of you already generated a GPT? Patrick, can you write an example, Patrick and Frederick? What kind of GPT did you create and for what use case? Enrico too? Really good. Okay, cool. Please write an example that I understand which kind of GPT or gem did you create. Normally you create these GPTs for repetitive tasks. Okay. Enrico, I see you. Do you have an example?
Yeah, if you want, I can give you an example. As a it's a sort of hobby. I have a blog post where I write sometimes about technology like that, and I use ChatGPT in order to create also the script for some videos. Then I built with the agent, and so it's nice that I can create a video with the length, the emphasis on some words, and this type of task.
Yes, yeah. Okay, very good. Good example. So here it's a screenshot, the text is in Germany. I will explain. Normally the GPTs, they have two elements. The one element are the custom instructions, and the other element is the knowledge base where you can upload some files. And here you see the custom instructions, and the custom instructions, I wrote down the feedback from my wife. Yeah, I said if you create these bedtime stories for the children, please remember that there are values and pedagogical elements who have to be in the bedtime story. Yeah, like respect, even though especially the respect for your father. I deleted this after that. Yeah, with the element of father. Yeah, because it was not very subtle. Yeah, so respect and be friendly and self-esteem and things like that. And this led to the result that the children didn't like the story so much. Yeah. So I had to look a little bit that the funnies were funny, the stories were funny also, and that there were had some values and some soul. Yeah, I think a cool example. If you want to do good bedtime stories, please ask ChatGPT to ask you questions. Yeah, and then give him personal stories, maybe stories your children told you before, or personal stories from your family or whatever, and then the stories will be very personalized and very cool, much better than the normal stories. So next example is I created a little quiz for my son to learn about dinosaurs. The feedback from my wife was the same. Please do not do only stuff about dinosaurs. Try other things. And so I did a quiz about I say all in life, yeah. And here's a typical question. Number 3 is how many continents are there on Earth? And for those who have children, my 6-year-old son, he don't really know the difference between a country, a continent, and a city. Yeah, so I had to explain him, and I ordered a globe, yeah, from Amazon, and I showed him the different countries. And I take this example to tell you that it's not only learning with AI or personal learning. In my point of view, the best possibility is a combination of both. Yeah, so combine these, and for me, AI is a really good teacher to help my children or to help to help me to improve my education. Yeah, and this could be good use cases. So next use case here is I receive a letter here. It's about a request for information according to GDPR. Someone was annoyed that they received an email from me, and in this point I wrote a simple prompt. You see here, I say act as a lawyer and help me to give a good answer to this request here. And ChatGPT and Co, for them it's not a problem to find the right information. Yeah, you should know that large language models provide good information when a lot of information is available. Yeah, if the information situation is not so good, then these systems occur to hallucinate. Yeah, you all know this this word hallucinating. And the second reason for hallucinations, by the way, is that the user entered bad prompts. Yeah, so we have to learn this here. So we see here, it's relatively easy to answer this factually, but you see the answer. I will switch to the answer here. This is the answer of ChatGPT. The answer is formally correct, the second part, but the cool thing is the first part. Yeah, and the first part, which is written here, is like I complained about the newsletter. I apologize for the inconvenience. And you've all had negotiation training, and you learned about appreciation, de-escalating when the other side attacks. And this letter was an attack from the other side. Yeah. So this is, so to speak, my style of speaking that I taught the AI. So the AI knows when an attack like this comes, it first say, hey, first of all, formally, sorry for that. I didn't mean any harm and I can remove you. But now comes the factual justification in the second part. This is the second part here, and this is formally correct. Yeah. So I think it's a good example how you can teach the AI to speak a little bit like you. I will show this to you at the end of this session today. That we learn how to teach the AI to speak like us and not like a machine. Yeah, it's really, really important to know that. Okay, let's dive into the agenda. And this was the introduction before the introduction. Let's start with the next introduction. And I want to start with a quote from Eric Brynjolfsson, who says, generative AI is one of the biggest and most effective technologies for changing the way we work that has ever been invented. I couldn't say it better, because in my point of view, it's not about tools. Yeah, it's not about ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude. It's about changing the way we work. Yeah. And Eric Brynjolfsson said a second sentence, which is really important. But great technology alone is not enough. What you really need is to update business processes, retrain the workforce, and sometimes even change business models and the organization at scale. So there's a lot of truths behind this quote, and we will see this in the rest. So I will give you first some insights from my workshops and my consulting projects. There were 5 learnings for me. Yeah, and the number one learning is most people today have an awareness of AI. Yeah, maybe this is the reason why you're here, because you say it could be an interesting topic. Maybe you just came because Werner said you have to come here. But I hope you have a little bit of interest in this. 5 years ago, we hadn't this situation. Most people said, "Oh, AI is far away from me." Yeah, now it's different. The second one is, and we have this challenge here in this group too. Yeah, we have different levels of knowledge, and even for the persons who are in leadership positions here, yeah, the biggest challenge is, in my point of view, to involve the employees, yeah, to train them, to skill them up, and we must awaken curiosity. We must to know tools. We must to try them out, and this mindset of experimenting, of trying out, is extreme important in my point of view. The number 4 is that the key prerequisites are given. So these are, in my point of view, number 1 is the amount of data. Number 2 is the quality of data. And number 3 is the human-machine communication. I call it like that. So for all of us, it's totally normal that we are interacting with these machines, yeah? Like the smartphone. Everyone is sitting on a smartphone, sending WhatsApp and speech messages and everything. And this is why I told you about the robots, because I think in future this will be normal for us too, yeah? Normal, like we talk to these machines, it would be normal that we talk to, yeah, robots or wolves or whatever, yeah? And number 5, learning is, in my point of view, the use cases are missing. So in the second workshop, we dive into this topic. We take special use cases for open text along your sales funnel, if you want. So in my point of view, AI requires strategy, training, and resources. And I want to show you a chart like how leadership looked yesterday in my point of view. You have the manager on the left side, and you have the sales team, for example, on the right side. And now these small assistants are coming. Yeah, Enrico told about his GPT about it was a little bit about content creation. Yeah, when I understood you rightly, for blog posts. So this is one assistant, one GPT to write blog posts. Maybe you have an GPT to structure your private financial stuff. Maybe you have a copywriter to optimize these blog posts for reading them. And how could it see tomorrow? Tomorrow it could be like that because there are more and more assistants are coming. And this means, in my point of view, two things. Yeah. The number one is that leadership is getting much more complex because if you do leadership, you don't have your normal employers or real employers. In future, you will have the AI employers. This is number one. Leadership will get complexer. Number two is even specialists who are not in a leadership position will forced to do leadership because they have to lead this assistants, this GPTs, for example. And this is a big difference in leadership. I will make it concrete just to show you an example of my assistants I'm using. Yeah, so I have about 12 assistants for business, and I have, I think, 6 assistants for my private life, for fitness, for health, and for food, things like that. And this is one of the GPTs I use in business. So this is just a second. I have to let in 2 persons here. This is the Keynote GPT. So I often get requests for talks, and normally you see the email is like that. Yeah, it's written, "Hello, Dr. Portion. We are looking for a speaker. Are you available on that day? What is the cost of a speech from you?" And my answer is to be honest to you. Yeah, is always the same. First, I am exactly the right person for this thing. Second, I have to check my calendar if I'm available. And the third answer is I can't give you a price. We have to take a personal conversation first that I understand your needs a little bit. Yeah. So this process is extremely repetitive for me. And here you see how it works for me. Yeah. I just write in ChatGPT, please give me an answer. I mention with the my GPT, and then I get the response directly in ChatGPT. I copy and paste it and send it to the other party. This is the first stage. Yeah, it's very manually because I have to copy and paste it. The second stage is, yeah, and this would be cool just to take a look in the future. It won't happen in your office today or tomorrow, but I think in 1 or 2 years it will be normal. When I'm sitting in the train, I will get a WhatsApp message, and the WhatsApp message says you received a new email, yeah, and it's a request for a talk. And then I see the request, and after that there is written the answer. It's done by my GPT, by my assistant, and then I just have to read the answer, and when I say it's correct, then I just say okay, let's go, and send the mail. I'm not going into my Outlook or Gmail or whatever. I'm just watching at WhatsApp the original mail and my response, and I click on send, and the email is sent. So this could be the future, and it's really, really cool. For me, it's not the future. It's like that at the moment. Okay, second example is the tender GPT. Yeah, here's an example from a client. It's not from me, and it's the heating, the sanitary industry, and the issue tenders, and have to get quotes for wastewater pumps. Yeah, you don't know what a wastewater pump is? Me too. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and you can see these quotes are relatively long, sometimes 200 pages of PDFs. People have to go through them and see which offer is better. Yeah, this is the task. And you can solve this relatively easy with a prompt like the one you see here. You then see an evaluation at the end. If I type in this prompt to compare these 2 offers, then you see here the evaluation at the end. And you can see, I go a little bit further, that in this example, Velo is much better than Sulzer. It's cheaper and the quality is better. And however, Sulzer is a little bit better in the technical fit. Yeah. What could I do now in purchasing? Just to take this example. Yeah. I would pick out the products that are cheaper at Sulzer. I would call Velo, negotiate them down, and in the end, decide on Velo. So that's on the one side a massive time saver. And of course, I will get it cheaper. Yeah. So it has to be clear that, of course, I don't solve 100% of the cases with it, but maybe 70 or 80%. Yeah. So really good use case in my point of view. The next one is the negotiator. I think most of you did the Schwanner training for negotiations or another negotiation training. And it's the same with sales. This is a sales GPT. I have a negotiator. I have a sales GPT. And I hope you created a playbook for yourself, yeah, with the most basic principles of negotiation. And if you give these principles of negotiation to a GPT, it can work with it, yeah. And it's very, very cool to use this. So you see, this is the chart of my GPTs, and now you see something interesting. Yeah, this one is really important. In my point of view, you have to treat AI like a human. Yeah. So if you treat these GPTs like humans, the keynote GPT, the negotiator, the email writing GPT, whatever, yeah, the copywriter, then you have to talk every month with them and improve them and improve the skills of them and evaluate them and say them, this was good, this was bad. Maybe the next time you do this better, like you do it with colleagues or employees, yeah, if you lead a team. And I did this. I'm doing this since, I think, 12 months. I'm talking to these machines and I'm talking to them once per month. I say, this was good, this was not so good. And then I said, I don't like to talk to machines. I have to hire a person who is doing this. And the next thought was that I said, before I hire a person, why shouldn't I hire an AI to do this? And so I created Olaf. Yeah, you see Olaf is in the middle, and Olaf is something like HR for me. Yeah, the chief of HR. And here you see the instructions. Yeah, and the instructions are that the role of Olaf is if you have to hire people. You have to structure the roles of them, you have to give feedback to them, and you have to improve them constantly. So I go back to this chart. Yeah, is it working 100%? No, definitely not. Yeah, I have to give manual tasks and I have to talk to Olaf that he has to improve the keynote GPT, whatever. So, but in my point of view, it's very important to understand this picture where we can go with the help of AI. Yeah. If you have any questions to this chart, just ask me directly here. I hope you understand the principle of what I'm doing here. Okay. So in future it can look like that, yeah, and it will be get really complexer than now. So I'm convinced AI is the sixth wave, and what do I mean with this? The economy. This is a theory from Schumpeter. Maybe some of you know Schumpeter. It's an Austrian economist, and he writes his famous book, I think 110 years ago. So it's really, really old. And Schumpeter says that economy runs in cycles. Yeah, Schumpeter said these cycles are determined by basic innovations. So take an example, you all heard of this, the invention of the steam engine. Yeah, it's the second wave here you see in this chart. And the invention of the steam engine leads to building railways. Yeah, this gives the steel industry a big boost. This allows for a different division of labor. The key message is many new things arise from one innovation. So there's one big innovation, and this leads to a lot of new innovations. Yeah, and what you should, in my point of view, the sixth wave now is the wave of AI. We are just at the beginning of this wave, and things will happen we can't imagine at the moment. Yeah, like in the other industrial revolutions before. So the key message here, yeah, for you is at this part of the mini talk here is the world has always changed, but the cycles are getting shorter. Please remember this. The world has always changed, but the cycles are getting shorter. And in my point of view, it won't change in the near future. Yeah, it will get shorter and shorter and shorter. Okay. Let's look what it means. Now I have to, yes, I have to go back. So I hope it works now. So the world has always changed, but the cycles are getting shorter. Which jobs are affected? The simple answer is all jobs are affected. Yeah, there are some. Your job is definitely affected from AI. I will show you in the second workshop, and there are some jobs which are not affected. In my point of view, this is the roofer. Yeah, or a second job which is not infected by AI is osteopath, or take the job of a plumber. Yeah, these jobs, these would be jobs that are not much affected by AI for now. These are all jobs which are humans doing with their hands. Yeah, this will take a little while, in my point of view. So this is very important. In my point of view, in future, adaptability is more important than knowledge. Yeah, most of the knowledge is somewhere in the internet. If you go on YouTube, you find to nearly every topic knowledge, and this is the central skill for the future, adaptability. So I was taught, Hubertus, I'm 43 years old, and when I was young, I was taught, Hubertus, get a degree, specialize in one activity, and retire at 65. I believe we will have to work a little bit longer, yeah. But above all, we must constantly learn new skills, and dealing with generative AI is a new skill. Yeah, you see here in this picture how it will work in future. We have to be to have this adaptability to create new competences and new skills. This is very, very important in my point of view. The calculator effect, when I went into the 6th grade, there was a discussion about whether we could use a calculator. And I told this to my grandmother after school. And for her, it was something like the downfall of the Western civilization. Yeah, because she said, you will become stupid. You will forget how to do mental arithmetic. Yeah, and the end of the story is we were allowed to use the calculator in school, and we didn't become stupid. Yeah, we can't do mental arithmetics as well as my grandmother's generation, but we can do other things quite well. Yeah, and there was a really funny video on the internet. It's about some consultants from Deloitte, and they have an online meeting, and one of these guys uses Fireflies. Question to you: Who knows Fireflies? It's another tool. Please write in the chat if you ever heard of Fireflies, or have you already used some? Yes, okay, Chris did it. So this consultant from Deloitte, he uses Fireflies, and if he was asked for an answer, he asked AI to do the answer for him, and he just read what AI told him. And yeah, in my head, so nobody noticed it. Yeah. That's really exciting. And the carousel of thoughts spins in my head. Where does this lead? Will machines eventually talk to machines in future? Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, in my head. This is the one side. The other, on the other hand, I think maybe many of these meetings are just a lot of rubbish. Yeah, and it's about a changed way of working. Even if we find it crazy at the moment, that in future maybe we won't do as much meeting as now, and machines will do these meetings for us. So here's a screenshot of Fireflies, and you see that Fireflies is not only doing a perfect transcript, it creates the key takeaways, for example. On the left side, you can see the talk time for each person, and you can see the mood. Yeah, was it positive, neutral, or negative? Yeah, and if we play this out, yeah, just to give you an example, take the job of a project manager. My project manager in my team, she prepared the meeting in the past. Yeah, she sent invitations. She took the minutes. She tracked the to-dos. And all of this I described to you is no longer necessary in my point of view. This process is taken to more or less 90% by AI. So very exciting change. And that means, in my point of view, we need a basic understanding of the mechanics and understandings of AI. And second, we need employees who are able to interact with AI systems. And this is only possible if we train these skills. So let's go into the basic principles of AI, just to talk a little bit with you about this. These words, what is AI, what is machine learning, what is deep learning. I will give you an example. In my point of view, AI is everything and nothing. Yeah, it includes nearly everything. So let's look at the definition of a machine learning. Yeah, it's a special part of AI, and the best example is the email spam filter for machine learning. You get an email from me, you move it to the spam filter, and the next email from me is automatically there too. This is not fancy. This is pure mathematics. If A, then A. If B, then B. If C, then C. So nothing fancy there. Deep learning is a little bit more crazier. Yeah, I take a picture of myself. I'm from Cologne. I told you Cologne is the city of Carnival in Germany. And I take a picture of myself at Carnival. I'm customized. And even my own wife doesn't recognize me. Yeah, my mother too. But Google's image creation recognition can see, man, that's Hubertus Porschen. Why? Because there are over 5,000 photos on my smartphone. And this is deep learning. Deep learning means that AI is better than humans in a really specialized area. Yeah. So now we have ChatGPT on the right side, and ChatGPT is a part of generative AI, is one tool. We have other tools like Claude or Gemini or Grok, and these models work more or less the same way. Yeah, of course there are differences, but it doesn't matter for today to talk about these differences too much. The thing is, generative AI is new. Since 2022, it's new because every answer which is generated is new. It's unique. It's not the same. If Enrico types in the same like me or Daniela, we give in the same prompt, there will be a different result. Yeah. So every result is unique. Every picture is unique. There's no time the same picture, even if you get in the same prompt for this. So let's understand how it works. Yeah. ChatGPT in a nutshell, you can Gemini is the same, or Claude. So just how large language models work. These large language models can generate human-like text, and they understand human language, but they doesn't truly understand the content. Yeah, what does it mean to understand the human language, but doesn't understand truly the content? So we have to understand this. We look at how ChatGPT works. Number one, and this is, in my point of view, really, really important, that ChatGPT and Co. are not Google. We all think when we use the internet, or when we use the internet, then we use Google, and Google is was something like a search engine, yeah, where we search things, and ChatGPT works different. Google focus on the quickly providing a list of information, and ChatGPT aims to give detailed and contextual answers. This is something completely different. Yeah, so we have to change the way we work with these tools. And here is the basic process of ChatGPT and other tools. Number one, input. A user enters input in natural language. This could be text or speech or whatever. Maybe a picture is possible too. Then processing. The model processes the input and analyzes it based on patterns it has learned from its training data. It uses algorithms to identify and prioritize relevant information in the input. Every one of you did this already, yeah? Because number three, the answer appears. And I think all of you had this feeling that the answer is cool, but it's not really good. Yeah, it's just it sounds a little bit like an answer from a machine. It's good, but it's not perfect. And then we have to give feedback. Yeah, and please think of the picture that AI is the best personal assistant in the world. If you have a new assistant, for example, Daniela, you would be my new personal assistant. You don't know me, I don't know you, yeah, and I give you a task and I say, please do this for me. The result can't be perfect, yeah. So if I give you feedback, if I say, okay, this is good, maybe you can do this better, the result will be better. And AI is working the same way like that. We have to give feedback. We have to interact with these tools. The second thing you have to know is that ChatGPT and Co. always only generate the next word. So what does it mean? Yeah, large language models are word probability calculation machines. Yeah. Question to you. Next word is, if I type in, and please don't do this now at ChatGPT, just think about it. If you type in, the cat sits on the, what do you think is the next word? Please write in the chat. Who has an idea? What is the next word? The cat sits on the, Chris wrote mat, John wrote mat, yeah, couch, hot roof, okay. Yeah, piano, yeah, table. Piano would be cool. Yeah, so the answer is in over 70%, the word is mat. Yeah, and the question is, are cats always sitting on mats? No, definitely not. Yeah, but the answer would be, in most cases, for, which AI give to you, mat. And why is this phrase coming? Yeah, because it's a phrase. This phrase is a textbook classic. It appears constantly in English learning materials and children's books. Yeah, so AI gets the information, to say it easy, from the internet, and the content which is provided in this context together with cats is met. But this doesn't mean that cats are always sitting on mats. Yeah, you understand what I mean? So this is you see here the other answers: floor, table, couch, bed. But the most highest percentage for the answer is mat, and this is like these machines are working. Yeah, there is a second, there is something like a brain. Yeah, it's called the transformer. It looks at all the words at once and makes AI understandable. But the principle is, I go back here, please remember that large language models are word probability calculation machines. Yeah. Okay. Using ChatGPT, I show you some elements, and we will talk about this. I will show it to you live. Number one, I go into my ChatGPT and I will show it to you. Is the input field the prompt? I will show it to you. Then I show you the follow-up button, and I will show you some other features. Let's directly go into that, that we see how it works. And at the other LLMs, it's more or less the same, yeah, or similar. So you see my ChatGPT here. Daniela, I see your face. Maybe you can say, do you see my screen? Yes, okay, perfect. So number one, I would recommend to you, this is the easiest quick win for all of you. Go into the personalization. And here you can enter your custom instructions. Yeah, please do this after the training. The custom instructions are very important because ChatGPT is made, the DNA of ChatGPT is to confirm your bias. Yeah. So if you say if you tell the biggest stupid things to ChatGPT, ChatGPT will always say, Enrico, this is a good idea. Yeah. Or Daniela, well done. And even if it's bullshit, yeah, ChatGPT would say it's a good idea to do like that. So it's always confirming us, and that's not good. So my recommendation would be type in this custom instructions here that ChatGPT has to act like a friend. Yeah. Why didn't like that? Yeah, act like a friend and challenge that what I say. Yeah, and it's okay if you challenge this. Maybe I take my instructions. I will translate it just a second, and I can put it in the chat. Then you can see how I do it here. So this is just an example, yeah. Don't copy and paste it to your ChatGPT, but just to get an impression for you. You see here, yeah, I wrote it down in the chat. So you see my tone and style. I defined the tone and style, casual but clear. No AI cliches, no buzzwords, no watered down statements. Then I say text quality, no repetitions, no filler words, no empty phrases, discussion style, ask questions, yeah. Think along with me, think outside the box. If something is illogical or inconsistent, say so directly without beating around the bush. So maybe you test a little bit, but this is the first thing I think you have to do if you didn't do this until now. Then you see at the left side here, you see the chats. Even if you have a new topic, please use for each topic a new chat. You can't do. It's not a good idea to do to improve your sales process in the chat and at the same time to write bedtime stories for your children. Yeah, it's a different skill. You have to do one chat for the one topic and another chat for the next topic. Here on the left, you see the GPTs. I told about them. We will do this in the second workshop. I show you how to work with GPTs. The GPTs are the small assistants. I told you, for example, about Olaf. I will show you just that you have an impression how Olaf's works. It's really easy to generate a GPT because you have here the instructions for him. And on the other side, you have the knowledge base where you can upload small data. We talk about this later too. What is small data? Yeah, and how you can use it. Here are projects. I will tell you the difference to GPTs after that. Projects help you to structure your data a little bit and your chats. So if I have a chat here, I can take this chat and put this chat to the projects. Then it's better structured like that. I will show it to you. What is important for you too? Normally, sorry, if you have a new chat, you can choose the model here. Normally it's okay if you have the auto modus. ChatGPT uses the model which it thinks this is correct. If you want to have a really, really good answer, for example, if you do a research or something about a company or a person, it makes sense that you use the thinking model. Yeah, it takes a little bit more time. It can take 10 or 15 minutes, the answer, but it will be much more detailed. Yeah. Okay, here you have the possibility to activate some stuff. I will show you one example. Here I said, I prompted really easy, create a blog post about AI. And what I did is that I activated the canvas mode. Yeah, the canvas mode is really helpful because you see here, now I can go into this mode and I can change this article. Yeah, I can fill in words here. I can write down something and I can say, okay, please, please shorter, please short this abstract. Okay, so someone was not muted here. So you understand, please try out the canvas mode, for example, to test it. Another feature is that I want to show you is here you can use chats together. You can share them. Yeah, if you use this function here at the right at the top. So if I have a good chat or a good GPT, I can share it with Enrico or Daniela or whoever, and I can create a link and send the link to them. Yeah, so if I have something interesting there, we can share these links. So yes, I think the rest we will see later about ChatGPT, just to give you a short impression of how to work with it. now I go back to my presentation. The next tool I would recommend to you to use is Perplexity. Yeah, Perplexity is, in my point of view, really good for research. And the big advantage of Perplexity is that you get really detailed the sources where the information comes. So if you do an important research and it's important for you that the information is not false, then try out Perplexity. You can use it for free for some tasks. I'm not sure. At some point you have to pay for it, but you can try it out for free, and it's really easy to use. It's just more or less the same principles like for ChatGPT. And the good thing is you can see how it works. Yeah, for example, here I ask for a future plan for a company called S. Oliver, and then Perplexity created this future plan with possibilities and advantages of using AI and something like this. And during the work, you can see what Perplexity is doing. Yeah, and so I wrote here the models are becoming more and more human because when you see how this models works, it's a little bit like I would do. Yeah, so you go on the website, you take the information, and to understand it better, look at the at the way the models are working.
Ein absolutes Muss, besonders für junge Menschen. Und Nummer 3.
So you can't hear it, but this tool is called HeyGen. Who have ever heard of HeyGen? Is there anyone? Enrico, no? I see you face, and Daniela, this is why I always name.
I use it.
You use it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you have a special use case for it, or can you shortly explain how it works for the rest of the group?
Okay. So I don't know if I can share also. It's simpler for me. I don't know if you see the page.
Yes, it's coming. Yes. Wow.
So I have two avatars that I use. One is more professional, and one is more, I don't know, more creative, I can say. And I use it in order to create some videos for my blog, as I said before. So I use it for some customer presentation. I put all the text inside. So mainly you can create an avatar. You can create the background. You can create everything. You can create the script, and then you can change the voice. You can add some nice things. So the type of pronunciation, all these things. And so I can speak in every language or all these things. So I use it sometimes.
Cool. Yeah. So just to summarize with HeyGen, you have to upload a short video of yourself, 30 seconds or 1 minute or whatever, and then you can upload text and you can generate every video with that. Yeah. So it's really, really cool. You can do it in every language. You can do it in a funny way. You can do it in a fast way, in a slow way, whatever you want. And this is really, really cool, I think. And in my point of view, there were a lot of use cases. Even for you, I will show you some ideas I generated before, how you can use it in the open text context. So you have to read it on your own after that because it's very small. Number one, I think it's something it's similar to that what Enrico described. Yeah, it's something like a product demo on demand. Yeah, it's you create a short modular demos of various open text products. For example, another example is that you offer explanations via video instead of the typical PDF attachment. The third example is champion enablement videos. Yeah, another example is the invitations for webinars or events which you create for your customers or post-sales onboarding or account expansions. Yes, you can read this in detail after the training because I will send the presentation to you. But now it's your turn I talked a lot. Now it's your turn. Time to practice. I will put you in a group work of 3 persons, and I want you to create a little pitch of you, yeah, with the help of ChatGPT, and a pitch for which you can use, for example, in HeyGen, yeah, to create a cool video. So the task is not to use HeyGen for now. The task is to create the content which you will upload in tools like HeyGen. Yeah, a small pitch for you or a small idea. Okay. Any questions? We'll do this 10 minutes. We have 10:30, maybe 10 minutes until 10:40, and I push you in even smaller groups than the last time. 3 or 4 persons in one group. If you have any questions, ask me, but please use generative AI, a tool like ChatGPT, to create a small pitch for a tool like HeyGen. Okay? So for all of those who are still here, please go into the breakout sessions.
I stay here, Hubertus, but Antoine, Geoff, Jesus.
Why can't I get out of this? My
Hello, Hubertus.
Hey, Martin.
Hi, buddy. Could you jump on our call, please? I'm a bit lost. The three of us are a bit lost in what we're actually doing here.
Yeah, now we have a little we have breakout sessions, and
Yeah.
I will put you into a group. You
No,
have
I'm,
to
I'm already in a group of
ah
three, but with the three of us, we're not quite sure what we're doing.
okay. I come
Yeah.
to your group, which
Can you put me back in the same room then?
yes, which group was it? Or say me one
Oh,
name.
God. I think it was 13 with Javi and
Yeah, I have to look. Javin, Melanie, Tony.
no, another one. It was only three of us. Javi, oh God.
Javi, how is it written? I have Jamie S, Norm, and Sean.
No.
Javi is Jave.
Jave or JVI.
I look, sorry. It's too many people here.
Yeah, I think it was room 13.
Ah, yeah, room 15. I put you into room
15.
15 and I come to you, yes?
Thank you.
This is room 15. Room 15, I'm coming there. For all of you, Martin. Oh.
Sajid.
So hello.
Hello.
Now
we have some doubts about what we have to do. Mauricio is preparing a
Mhm.
video.
no,
Yes.
you don't have to prepare a video. My recommendation was just think about create with the help of ChatGPT a little pitch of you. Yeah, just the content,
Picture
not
from
not the
okay.
video itself. It's too complicated.
Okay.
Just use
Okay.
ChatGPT or whatever to create this pitch for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
A pitch about what?
About you. Yeah. That you have the content to generate this video. Yeah.
Okay.
Just if you want to introduce yourself to a customer, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
What is the application it's possible to use from this example?
Sorry?
ChatGPT, I don't have a version free.
Yeah. Which tool do you have? Do you have Gemini or do you have Copilot?
Oh, okay. With Copilot or Gemini.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can use whatever you want. I would recommend to
Okay.
you to use Gemini instead of Copilot, but
Okay.
use the different models and share your experiences.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah. So we actually started out by asking ChatGPT to write a 3-minute presentation of me from my LinkedIn profile, and then I put in the LinkedIn profile. And then of course we got everything that it finds relevant from that. And then we asked it to change it to, can you make it to a more direct C level with focus on what an account executive in OpenText content services provide to large organizations? And it did that. But then it became too much focused on what you do as an account executive in OpenText. So we did one last prompt. And then we asked if you can bring in it should be my experience in the summary and how it can bring value to organizations in addressing content management issues. And then we thought we got something that was actually usable in text. And then we took that and brought that into, let me see, can I move this? And brought that into Gamma.
Ah, perfect. Jakob, I want to introduce this later. Yeah, I love this tool. I love it.
I love it as well.
Yeah.
And then I actually asked the agent
Wow, okay,
build
cool.
a presentation from the prompt I got from ChatGPT, and then it built this. starting out by introducing me and my role in OpenText, my experience, and why it matters for the customer, and what we see as challenges on a basic level in OpenText, and how we help organization, and some overall default numbers, and then finally what we can do to assist.
Yeah.
Very good.
And it took 5-7 minutes, right? And I love this tool, Gamma.
Yes, me too.
And also because Gamma lets you actually. I used to use Pop AI, but it was not as. It was a bit restricted. But Gamma is really cool, and it lets me download the entire thing in a PowerPoint, and then I can convert it into an OpenText template. So, yeah, that's what we did in our group.
Very good.
Very, very cool. I think if it's okay, I will do a little excursus on Gamma now because I think most people are impressed now. And Jakob, if you want, you can do it and you can show. It's okay for me. Just type in the copy and paste the text inside and show maybe you can show the crowd how it works, yeah, how easy it is if you just put in the content.
Sure.
Yes.
Let me share my screen again.
I think it's interesting for most of you, or not? Yeah, anyway.
Absolutely. And I would suggest,
Yeah,
can we use, I mean, this is then another question. I mean, should we then use our own templates, open text templates, to then grab the information and put in our templates? I think it makes sense, no?
Well, I can tell you what I do. And that's the thing, that we are all still learning about this. So I don't think there are any common rules in OpenText how we do this. Besides that, we need to be careful on what kind of information we are.
That's exactly my point, precisely.
But what I do is that whenever I have this presentation from Gamma, I download it as a PDF, also as a PowerPoint. But then it comes in the Gamma format. And then I actually I just select all information.
And that's exactly my point, precisely.
And then just paste it into
exactly. I didn't explain it, but that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, thank you.
So that's actually what I do. So let me just show you guys here. So you go into gamma.app, new Gamma, and then just default. There's different ways of doing it. Yep. And then it's difficult because I can't see things up here. Here we go. I have the agent here. So I can just, I have to move this in some way. And then I can just ask it to, can you please create a presentation from below information. And then I go into ChatGPT. There we go. And then I just copy paste whatever I want. So actually, last time it takes a while to build a presentation, but I am to present to a CIO for a company, and I did the same thing here, and it came with a lot of information here, and then I copy pasted that into here, and then I just pushed go, and then it came out with this presentation. I'm gonna skip so you don't have to wait on the presentation. So it actually built this presentation for me to show to a CIO for a company on how we from OpenText can support them in delivering solutions to reflect on their needs. And what I did in ChatGPT was actually I brought in information from the yearly reports and public statements and so forth. So I asked it to focus on the challenges they see themselves and how we from OpenText can actually solve those. Took that prompt into Gamma, asked it to make the presentation. This is what it came up with. And so the only thing is that the writing is a bit small. And then I need to change that and then copy paste it into a OpenText template. But again, pretty straightforward. Go into Gamma, new presentation, ask the agent what you would like to do. Press the error, and you get it.
Yeah, cool. It's Jakob, it's in my point of view, it's one of the greatest tools because it's so easy. And if it's okay for you, I show a second example to the group. I go into my I share my screen now. Now you see here you see I wrote a simple prompt. Please create a 10-page presentation for the use of AI in sales in English, 10 slides, make it optimize it for Gamma. Yeah, you see the prompt here. Really easy. And then now I get the content for the 10 slides. I took the content or take the content, then I go to Gamma. I just copy and paste the text here inside and I do nothing. Now I can use my template. This was the question from someone else. And I can ask which language or say which language. I can take my design, my template. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not like PowerPoint, but it's good. I can say which kind of pictures, illustrations, or AI pictures or whatever. I choose illustrations, and then I can say 10 slides, and I click on generate, and now you see the magic happens. This is what Jakob told. You will see this now, and it's really fascinating because you see what's happening here. Yeah. So this is my my colors and yeah, my style a little bit, which I use in these presentations here, and you see it's really cool. And my recommendation is, like Jakob, prepare the content in ChatGPT or Gemini, and then take the content, optimize it for Gamma. You can say ChatGPT, optimize this content for Gamma, and you can type in your style if you want, and then just copy and paste it inside. And Jakob showed you the opportunity to take this agent. So there are several ways to come to your goal. Yeah, you see here. It's really cool. Yeah. Okay. Do we have another group who wants to present something? Otherwise, we should do a short break.
If you want, we have create also.
Oh, Enrico, you have to show us what you create.
So 1 second. I have to say that Menno is the master and commander in using ChatGPT. He has also the version with all the type of characters, and so he was able to create the prompt.
Can you share your screen, Enrico? Do you have something?
I don't know if you want to share before the ChatGPT part, and then I show the video.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know if Menno is. Okay.
Okay, so here's the ChatGPT part. Let me see. Well, we started out with, an AI training. We have an assignment, blah, blah, blah. Do you know, hey, Jen, ask me some questions. Answer the questions. 30-second intro, because we wanted to do it quickly, of course. Then we tried to shape it a little bit with some funny accents. And we all need to say something, but then Enrico said, yeah, but you can only have one person. Can you have multiple persons in HN? Doesn't mind if you mistype, by the way. In that case, my Swedish friend will do the talking in the script. Perfect. Can you make it a minute and say something about how we should use AI in an ever-fasting, changing world, working in open text, blah, 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 blah. Maybe promote OT World. We'll make Werner happy. Can you generate an avatar too? Sure. Consolidate all, blah, blah. Then it created an image. And I said, well, take this image and try to create something that's all of us. And it just created Enrico. So Enrico basically is all of us.
Yeah.
So we decided to go with this person, by the way.
Yeah, probably it's better than the other one.
And then we did a script, the final script, and the avatar setup. And then I said, well, can you also make a PowerPoint, because I wanted to check out how Gamma works. And then it said, well, this is how I should do it. And I copied it into Gamma and created a presentation of it. So that's me.
Yeah. And if you want to see the video on Agent, here you are. I don't know if the audio is set to, but let me know if you listen.
Everyone, I'm Rickard speaking.
Do you listen?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't see it moving. If you want to, I can, because I have it here.
Okay. But I don't know if for the audio sharing how it works, but
yeah, let me see. Do you want me to try and share it?
Yeah. Try.
Right. Here we are. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I need to do it again. Here we go.
But we don't see the sound.
Yeah, we don't hear the sound.
Don't hear the sound.
Hear the sound. I don't know how to share the sound as well. You're screen sharing. I am screen sharing. I don't know how to share the sound.
You have to you few options and then take Menno's.
Yeah, you need to stop sharing and then pick the option for sound sharing.
Ah, okay. Share screen more. Where can I find that? I'm not sure where to. I can't find.
If you want, I can do it.
If you
Oh, well,
stop
yeah,
sharing,
sorry, got it.
Rickard speaking for Group 3, probably the most international team in this AI training. We've got Menno from the Netherlands, Rico from Italy, and me from Sweden. 3 accents, 1 shared mission, making AI work for people, not the other way around. At OpenText, the world around us changes faster every day. Artificial intelligence isn't just a trend, it's reshaping how we think,
Let's try like this.
decide, and deliver value to our customers.
Yeah,
That's
we hear it.
OpenText World in Nashville is about next week. Innovation, intelligence, and how we keep the human edge in a digital-first world. Here in training, we're doing our part, testing prompts, confusing chatbots with our accents, and learning to speak AI fluently in Swedish, Italian, and Dunglish. A big thank you to Dr. Huberto Portion for guiding us and for not shutting us down mid-prompt. From Group 3 to everyone heading to Nashville, keep leading the change, enjoy the show, and remember, the smartest AI still needs a human touch.
Brilliant.
That was it?
Confusing chatbots with our accents and learning to speak AI fluently in Swedish, Italian, and Dunglish.
You can.
A big thank you to Dr. Huberto Portion for guiding us and for
your screen, I think.
Maybe you can stop. Yeah, thank you. But really, really cool. Thanks a lot. This is really advanced and really cool what you did. So I would say we have 11 and let's do a break for 10 minutes. Is it okay for everyone? And then we come back after 10 minutes. So we start again in 10 minutes at 11:16.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
what the strategy would look like, and then we took a general approach to ask what would the market entry strategy would be for a clothing company, and then we asked from the perspective of a environmentally aware consumer what they would emphasize on, and then based on those three different approaches, we sort of combined the information and made the market entry strategy and a presentation out of it. Yeah.
Okay. So you focused on the role, and what is your learning?
Learning in terms of from this exercise.
Yes.
Yes. I think the other ones can also, of course, say what they think, but I think that the learning here is that it's not just looking at it from one perspective, and it's you can, if you do specific prompting, you get different angles of the issue and different angles of the sort of the story, because there's not one single thing that works for everybody.
Yeah.
So more iteration are better. So
exactly.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So iteration is very important. The second room was Frederick, Jamie, Martin, Nasser, and Peter. Who wants to tell your lessons learned or your approach?
Yeah, I can talk to it. I mean, we were no kind of black belters, any of us in the room, so that was good. But I think, I mean, we just took the exercise as it was, and I think the learning was again to use proper prompting, right? I mean, we basically took each of the parameters in the prompters and just wrote it down in ChatGPT and started from there and then did some iterations. So pretty straightforward. And we got some questions back from ChatGPT. We answered those, and then it was good to go and moved into Gamma. I'm now also a customer to Gamma after this session, so that's also learning.
I have to get an affiliate fee. Oh no, it was Jakob who presented Gamma. Yeah, maybe he's receiving an affiliate fee for that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
But in essence, the learning is that if you just use these tools, then I mean, you can save so much time. So it's ridiculous, right?
It's ridiculous,
and it's fantastic. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's just the efficiency in the saving time. The amazing thing is that you tap into things that you didn't know that are constantly brought to you, and then you can reuse an input to refine and through iterations, you know. And you're the orchestra conductor, you know. You move from I think the main first of all, it's a humbling experience to see how some of our colleagues are advanced already in this world, okay? And it means that we need to really step up, you know, on the pedals, so to speak, and start climbing this mountain. I see it really as a surfing wave, you know? I mean, if you catch the wave, then you ride it. If you don't catch the wave, you get absolutely tumbled, you know? And we really need to start paddling to get on top of the wave. And I also think that we need to move, you know, a role. you know, really to start thinking before acting. And then when we get the first answer, we need to evaluate it critically and bring in, you know, our thinking, feedback, intuition to start tweaking the result and feed the results back for another iteration. It's a completely different way of working, but it's using already what we know in terms of experience and then put it into service, into feeding it into a tool.
But that, I think you have a good point, Attilio, and that's exactly what it looks like. But it's also, it puts a strain on us to understand the context even more.
Yes.
Because we need to be critical about whatever we get. We need to know what the hell we're talking about, and if that doesn't happen, then it can be a slippery slope.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that applies even to our role in the current context, the pre-AI. Okay. But this makes it, you know, like everything, you know, you sharpen a knife, you use it properly, makes your job easier. You use it incorrectly, you cut your fingers off. And, you know, I suppose it's similar. It reminds me, I worked in the field of logistics for a while, and we started using heuristic algorithms to help logistics companies do collections and deliveries, okay? And the amazing reaction we had from the dispatchers was, why you're here? I've been doing it for 25 years, okay? And our analogy was, I'm not going to replace you. I'm giving you a powerful calculator. You know, when you went from doing maths on a pen and paper, and then you switch to a calculator, this is your calculator for your job. And all of a sudden, their practices were revolutionized. And I think that's a similar inflection point for us, you know?
Agreed.
Yeah, thank you, Attilio. It's exactly what I think. Yeah, it's a perfect summation. What I said at the beginning, it's not about tools. Yeah, of course it's about tools. Yeah, you have to learn how to work with ChatGPT or Gemini or Notebook LM or Gamma, whatever. Yeah, but you would see it's relatively easy. Yeah, you don't have to learn half a year to be a developer or something, or a complete new software. It's if you once know how to ride the wave, it gets easier and easier. And the main point is you have to be the orchestra. Yeah, you have to operate the calculator. Yeah, how you describe it. It's a new tool, and you have to learn to use this new form of creativity. So when I take keynotes, the people ask me after this, after the keynote, always, so won't there be where's the place for the human being? What should we do? Yeah, and I say, yeah, it's a new form of creativity we need.
Exactly.
Yeah? And it's not easy to understand because there are different ways of using these tools. First of all, you think, wow, the result is very good. Then the second step is you think, but it's not really good, yeah, because there are mistakes and it's hallucinating and it's wrong. I can't really use it. So if you take the next step, you will see if you give the right prompt, if you have a good context, if you like to work with those machines, if you, for example, if you work per speech. Yeah, and given the context and talk to it like a human being. And this is the question of Jakob I want to answer. The question of Jakob was, is it productive in prompting to be kind, like using the word please? He suspected not. I think in the result, it makes no difference, yeah, if you use please or thank you or whatever. But I think we will interact with these machines more and more, yeah, like with our mobile phone. And because we don't want to lose our kindness. So I prefer to say yes, thank you, and words like that. So I try to be kind. And the second reason, Jakob, you wrote on yourself, when the AI is taking over the world, it will remember who was kind and who not. So these are the two main reasons why I really talk to AI like to a human. And I say, please, thank you, and words like that. So I use it there. Yeah. Okay, so maybe we have one more group to share their experiences. Is there a group who want to tell a little bit? Maybe room 4 was, no, Attilio already told. Room number 5, Jakob, Tony, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, we found it very useful. I mean, the rocket methodology really makes sense, and by putting systematically the information into ChatGPT and then asking it to present it or provide it for Gamma and then putting it into Gamma, it was that second bit we didn't quite get a chance to finish. So I'm very pleased you didn't ask us to to present it back. But what it has meant is that all 4 of us have now signed up for Gamma. So yeah, it's very, very powerful. And again, I want to say a big thank you to Jacob for earlier because it really opened up my eyes. And when I said thanks to him, he said, look, it's a case of working smarter, not harder. So I think
Exactly.
it really summarizes it. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good exercise.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Just for you, the Rocket framework is not the framework of using AI. Yeah, it's only one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I invented it with a business partner together. There were several net frameworks you can use, and if you don't know which frameworks exist, just ask AI. Yeah, and just give an example. Say,
Yeah.
I learned one framework. It's called Rocket. You put in the screenshot, and you say, in my point of view, maybe it's better to do like that, and you give input, and you find your own framework. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
Okay, then if it's okay, I'm going to switch back to the presentation. I have a few more slides today I want to share with you, and we have still 2 little exercises I want to do, and then we will finish at 1. Okay, so this was I type in a link for you. There is a from OpenAI. There is a something like a prompt optimization tool, which is directly from OpenAI. So if you type in your prompt there, copy and paste it, you will receive feedback. Yeah, it's free. So use it. It's in my point of view, it's really good. Yeah, to get feedback from OpenAI themselves. So I told you, presented to you the tool GenSpark. Yeah, with GenSpark you can develop this interactive websites and things like that. For example, you can do there your own application to generate prompts. Yeah, that you don't have to type in all the stuff. Yeah, this could be a cool possibility to combine these tools together. Just another recommendation, just to try it out. It's a little bit similar to GenSpark. This tool is called Manus. It's from China, so don't give in any important data, even from yourself, because I think they use everything. Yeah, there's no protection, but the level is incredible. Yeah, so in this example, I was preparing myself for a customer workshop, and I just type in the URL of the company, and I said, just develop an AI roadmap for this company, and it not only developed an AI roadmap, it developed even the scripts for the YouTube videos, the transcripts, which I have to talk to do the marketing. There was a complete sales approach for this company, yeah, and it's totally incredible. It takes over, I think, 20 minutes, and then you get 20 documents of strategy. Yeah, on the right side here, you see the presentation. The quality is okay. It's not so good like Gamma, but it's incredible because you all do this with one prompt. Yeah. So yeah, let's get a little bit deeper inside. I will show you some tactics. ChatGPT is the personal assistant. I want you to recognize this always. It's like a human. It's like an assistant who has more or less no skills. So you have to teach the AI to get the skills. Yeah. And here's some principles for you, clear instructions. The better the input, the better the output. So the mistake is you in most of the cases. It's the human being, not the machine. Sometimes it's a machine, of course, but in most cases it's the human. Give a goal. Like an assistant, if I say Chris is my assistant and he has to do a task for me, when I tell him what my goal is, he can work better. Yeah, it's the same here. Give context, do feedback loops, iterations. We already learned this, and give current information. So you have to understand that ChatGPT and Co. They use information from the internet, mostly from Google, from YouTube, from Reddit, from some platforms, social media even too. But normally these tools don't use current information. Yeah. So the more, for example, if you find a financial report about a company, yeah, maybe it's online. This doesn't mean that ChatGPT finds this report. So if you download this report and upload it to ChatGPT, you provide better content. Yeah? I think the skill of adaptability is very important for you. Yeah, so don't be in your tunnel. Yeah, take other perspectives, other views on the same problem. This helps you, and give examples. Yeah, I told you, if you have, for example, if you have a really good presentation about something, give the example. If you have a good blog post, give the example and say, write the blog post to the other topic like this. The more examples you give, the better the result will be. So the mindset is shit in, shit out. Yeah, in one word, really,
Yeah.
really short. So there are a lot of strategies. Some you learned. Here was really easy some really easy examples, and it's exactly what Attilio described. Yeah, tell me about climate change. Could be the first prompt, but then you get information about climate change, and then you can iterate. You can say, okay, let's go improve this prompt and say describe the effects of climate change. The optimal prompt could be explain the impact of climate change on global agriculture, blah, 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 blah. So you start very generic and you go more and more specific. So there are different ways to come to your target. Yeah, the same is here. My son, 6 years, he asked me, what is a black hole? I've never heard of a black hole. Yeah, what is a black hole? So I type it in and I get to know this is the process when stars are collapsing. Yeah, and on this I iterated and I get some informations. And to explain it to my son, you can say at the end, please explain it that a 6-year-old child understands the result, and you get it in a really easy way. Okay, here's the next example, comparative prompt technique to compare some things together. And there were a lot of tactics, yeah. So some tactics you already learned. Yeah, the tactic of once shoot learning is that you give one example. Few shot learning means you give a few examples. Yeah, the more examples, the more precise the result is. And one tactic I want to show you, which is really, really helpful because you need this tactic to understand, is using ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever as an assistant. What does it mean? Yeah. So maybe you take this prompt and you copy and paste it and you give it in. You can use this prompt for every problem in life you have. Yeah, because the principles behind are very easy. You say to ChatGPT, now you will be my prompt engineer. You will write the prompt for me. First of all, you have to ask me what is my target? What is my goal? Where do I want to go? And when you type in your goal or your problem or whatever you have, then ChatGPT will generate the prompt for you, and it will ask you questions. Yeah, and then when you answer the questions, the prompt will be improved by ChatGPT itself. And then ChatGPT will ask you again questions, and you will answer the questions again and again, again, and again. So, just an example, I like to read books, and if I want to find the perfect book for me, it could be very useful to use this technique, yeah, to find the perfect recommendation for a book which I like, yeah. And if I take all my Kindle books, I think I've read about 600 books on my Kindle, and I upload this list of my books I read, then I get a more precise result of this, yeah. And the recommendation of ChatGPT is very, very good when I give this context. Question to you: if we take this example of recommendation for books and private life, what is the big problem? Of course, it takes a little bit time, yeah, but I promise you, you get only recommendations you like. This is cool. But what is the big problem? Who has an idea? What is the problem with this
You
technique?
stay exactly in what you like, and you have no opportunity to discover other things.
Yeah, Emmanuel, totally right. You are totally right. You stay in your bubble. Yeah, it's a big problem of our time, of our age. We stay all in our bubbles. Yeah, and we get no new things from outside. So what could you do, Emmanuel? What would you do to get some really new input?
I don't know, you probably give more information about yourself, because maybe you like different topics on the books and not only the one that you.
Okay.
Change the role.
Yes, okay. I'm not happy with that. I understand you.
What about asking Chat to challenge you? And
Yes, you can, of course, you can do. So, no, I mean something different. So my recommendation for you is to go to a bookstore. Yeah, a traditional bookstore. You go there, next to my office here, there's a bookstore. I go there, and when the salesperson sees me, they say, "Ah, Hubertus, you always want to read in the books in this corner. Yes, you're a poor little boy. You don't want to try something new." Yeah, and then I'm laughing like Chris, and then she said to me, "Maybe you try this." And I said, "No, I don't want. Just want to read my books there." And she said, "Okay, because you're staying in your little corner." And I said, "Okay, you got a point. I take it." Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I think AI cannot provide everything. Yeah, you can change the role, you can change the perspective, but it's always yeah, traditional learning, offline, real talks to persons, and the usage of AI. Okay.
Got it.
Good.
Well, I think the example. Sorry for interrupting, but I think the example was what happened in this training. I mean, Enrico and others brought to us things that we had not even heard of. So I think go back to the point of your network. Okay, just go back to your network. Ask things to the people who are around you.
Yeah.
Great point. Great
Exactly.
point.
Thank you. Okay, from big data to small data. This is the last impulse from my side, because Werner said at the beginning, don't use personal data and don't use data of the company until you have a clear compliance instruction, whatever. I totally agree. But, not but, the better word is and. Use small data. What is small data? Small data is, in my point of view, is data which is accessible to everyone, and data which is in your head. Yeah. So write down this data and use this. I will give you an example for small data. In my point of view, the real treasure lies in your own small data. That's what you have in your head. And one example is if you write an email, yeah, with ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever, it sounds a little bit like a machine. Yeah, you know, when you receive the answer, you know it's written with ChatGPT. But it's really easy to change this. And you can teach your personal sound. I call it the tone of voice, your own tone of voice to ChatGPT and Co. You can even create the brand voice of open text or whatever. Yeah, and companies are doing that for Instagram, for TikTok. They creating their brand voices so that they can publish content constantly in the voice of the brand. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend to each one of you that you teach the AI the sound of you. How can you do that? Really easy. You take this prompt. You provide some text examples of you. This could be emails or blog posts or whatever written text, and then you type in this prompt, and the AI is analyzing your personal content and your writing style, your reading level, the expressions, the phrases you use, and all of this. And after that, you say, okay, based on this analysis, create a detailed profile of the language style that can be used as a basis for writing further text in the same style. So at the end, you have a this could be a one pager. It could be, in my example, these are 28 pages. So it's not small data. It's more or less small data. I have 28 pages about my personal writing style. Yeah. And it doesn't matter for me which tool I use. When I use ChatGPT, it uses my tone of voice. And if I use Claude or Gemini, I just upload my profile and I say, when you generate text for me or an email for me, then use my tone of voice. So this is what I call small data. Another example, in my point of view, is if you have your buyer persona, you have a specific branch where you're working at, and you have a buyer persona or something. Yeah, this is not personal data, but it's a profile of your ideal customer or whatever. This could be small data. And the more of these good documents, yeah, or small data you have, the better you can work with AI, not only ChatGPT, with other tools. So the big question is, at this stage, and this is the second last exercise, 5 minutes, we will make it a little bit shorter, or 7 minutes until 12:35. I put you in groups and I want you to brainstorm about 20 ideas for sales of small data. Task is clear? It's clear for everyone. If not, Patrick, what is it?
No, maybe I'm not quite sure what.
Okay, so then I will be. I try to be clearly. So I want you to go together with three persons in a small group, and then to do brainstorming about what could be small data, like the tone of voice I described to you, for you especially, for your team, for open text. Yeah, and another example, in my point of view, was the buyer persona, or some information about your products, yeah, which are public. So things like that. Okay?
Okay.
So 7 minutes and small groups, 3 or 4 persons. We see again in 7 minutes. Yes, it's everything concerning the context of your company. For example, to prepare the second part of the workshop, I went to the website of OpenText and I looked for the products, and I created the list of the products of OpenText. And this is for me small data. There's no sensitive information inside. It's just a list of the products. And when I prepare the second session, I worked with this document because I said I want to prepare the workshop.
Okay.
And now we want to get in an advanced mode. Help me to find some exercises for the people. Here is the list of the products.
So
Yeah,
probably it's better talk about small information than data, because when we talk about data, as Elisabeth said, no, the parallelism is big data, but is another thing.
Yeah, I understand.
In my opinion.
Yeah,
also, ChatGPT, the big data don't have any relevance, but small information, I totally agree. No, that is different than what we do at the beginning, no?
Yeah.
With the different tools and so on. It's more structured information search, let me say, and preparation.
Yeah, you can call it like you want. Jamie.
Yes, we didn't use ChatGPT. We used our experience and
Yes.
And we your question. So we felt it was about information that was in the company. And actual fact, listening to all the things that were put up for ChatGPT, we ticked off most of them without actually having used ChatGPT. And that's not all against. It's just that we understand these things. We understood them.
And so most of them we connected, but as you were saying, roadmaps of your product, that's the future where things are going. We also picked up ticketing information. Again, that's information that you've got up. Renewals cadences and how many times renewals have been made with customers and why they're not renewing, the existing estates of customers, the existing solutions that they've already got, upgrade releases, what you know our cadence for upgrades and why they're being done, some support data. Again, this is all information that's internal, and also our security posture. You know, particularly nowadays, we're very strong internally in OpenText, and we have a very strong security posture that can be shareable, but it's definitely an internal thing to begin with. That's all we.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So maybe now we understand it a little bit better, and this could be a little task or homework for the day after tomorrow when we get into the second session, that you can think about what could be small information or small data, however you call it, small pieces that help you to organize the context when you work with AI. Yeah, this is more or less the definition. And I sent you a link here for the presentation, so you can download it. We will have a second presentation in the second workshop at Wednesday when we do this. And I would like to use the last 10 minutes that we make a little fazit of this workshop, and maybe we could share our learnings. Yeah, I don't want to do this in a group session. Maybe let's do it here in this big session, and we go into the participants and we start with the alphabet backwards, and maybe each participant say or will share one short learning. And maybe we start with Tony, and then you can say another person, and the next one starts. Okay, so we get quickly and share our experiences and learnings. Tony Murphy, would you like to start? Next one is Shun.
Sure, no problem. Yeah. So I guess up until earlier on, maybe in the last 2 hours, I was only, I suppose, really scratching the surface in terms of using ChatGPT and all its capabilities. But I think today, and certainly this morning's session, has opened my eyes to lots of other tools that one can use. Obviously, Gamma is certainly going to be a bit of a game changer for me, for sure. But then some of the other ones as well, in terms of HeyGen and Perplexity, Manus. I mean, there's lots of tools, I guess, that I've heard of but haven't really used. But certainly, I suppose the one kind of real nugget for me is Gamma today.
Cool, thank you. Would you check the next person?
Sure. Next person I can see is Jamie Simpson.
How did that happen? Right. Sorry. Yeah, quite similar. I don't use ChatGPT as such at the moment, not for any particular reason, except I think it's probably you have to pay for it, but I wouldn't want to pay for it. But the corporate free one is Copilot, so I use Copilot quite a lot, and I use Aviator, our own solution linked to large language models, etc. So my eyes have been open to ChatGPT. Sounds good, but I do believe that you might have to pay to get the fullest out of it. Maybe that's something the company can think later on. And Gamma is very much something that's come to my notice, and I will be using it.
Okay, cool. Russell, will you continue?
Yeah, sure. For me, it's all about the rocket context, those questions to refine your prompt. That to me was invaluable. We're dipping our toe in to start all this, but and how to refine it into the right language for the person you're going to communicate with as well. So I've been using ChatGPT to refine something, and it's incredible how you can change the tone of the message as well, depending on the person you're talking to.
Okay. Elisabetta, would you continue?
No, actually, I was appreciating what the colleague has already explained about the tone and the verbal. I mean, the language, the wording that we can use if we must talk to a customer or a group of stakeholders. This was my intention.
Okay. Paul?
Similar to the other guys, I think I use a lot of it anyway, but there are a couple that I hadn't heard of. So I think I'm going to be using Gamma more than I do currently. So and Rocket was great just to change some of that kind of tone of it and actually the perspectives, I suppose, because I'm normally just using it from my perspective and that kind of thing. So yeah, absolutely those kind of elements.
Yeah, and please remember that these tools are generated to confirm what you say. Yeah, and it's not true. It's not everything is great what you say, Paul.
No, absolutely no. I think it's more I use it to develop talk tracks and sales plays and things like that. But actually reverse engineer that would be a better way of doing it rather than doing it from my perspective, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, thank you. Enrico, you were already a pro when you entered here. I hope you learned something new.
Oh, of course not. What I appreciate a lot is that you make this journey with a sort, of a articulate approach. So I appreciate it. We investigate a lot the different tools, and as you say, you do it. Focus on the professional way. So it's very interesting from my point of view. The fact that you can personalize the prompt, that you can create, several roles that can support you in using these tools. So, this deep dive was really amazing for me. And again, Gamma, I didn't know is a nice tool that we'll try to investigate more.
Okay, and you were the one with Hey Jen, Enrico. You used so I think you have to share, if you want, of course, only your insights, because your account looks very, very interesting, and the videos. I think this could be a great learning for the rest of the group.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Excuse me. You send us the link to the feedback form, but
yes, I see
unfortunately it's in German.
I send it in
English. I
English.
will ask ChatGPT how to translate it.
Great idea.
Yeah,
Elizabeth, that was part of the task.
No, I send it later in English. This was the wrong link. You will receive it later, or maybe we do it after the second workshop. I think it's easier.
At the end of the course. Okay.
So maybe one, because we have to quit on point. I have one question for you. A little homework for the next session. Please, everyone, collect one really, really good prompt. Yeah, really good prompt. Not a short prompt. Could be a big prompt for a special use case. One special prompt that you will share at the next session with us. So we have a good introduction at Wednesday in the topic. One good prompt, and maybe you use the techniques you learned today to refine the prompt and test it, and you say what the result is. Yeah. So at this point, I would say thanks a very lot to all of you. So this was the basic workshop. At the next session, we will get into your sales funnel, and we'll go to a deep dive. Yeah. So thank you a lot. Have a good day, and see you at Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good day, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.